Hey Titan, for this week's video lesson, I'm going to give you a review of the chords over All the Things You Are and the voice leading exercise that I've taught you to do over them, as well as maybe giving you some ideas of how to expand that exercise and start pushing yourself beyond the regular voicings. So, as a review, we have F minor 7, B flat minor 7, E flat dominant 7, and A flat major 7. I would make sure that you're familiar with what each of those sort of titles means. So as a review, minor 7 means 1 flat 3 5 flat 7. That's F minor 7, B flat minor 7. Dominant 7 means 1 3 5 flat 7. Major 7 means 1 3 5 major 7. So we're always going to the nearest inversion. So from this root position of F minor 7, we go to second inversion of B flat minor 7, to root position of E flat dominant 7, to second of A flat. So you notice it's root, second, root, second. Well, if we start on first inversion, it's going to be first inversion, third inversion, first inversion, third inversion. Seeing the pattern there, hey? We're always alternating between whatever our first inversion is, the next chord is going to be sort of 2 up from that. So again, root to second, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, that sort of thing. Now, of course, do that in all 4 inversions. So we're starting here. The next one is. The next one is. And the last one, starting on E flat. Yeah. Okay, now do that with both hands, obviously. You can do it hands separately as well as together. I think together is a good exercise as well. But now let's talk about maybe making those voicings a bit more interesting. A common way of making these chords sound a bit less basic is to not have them as a closed voicing. Now, as an explanation of those terms that I just used, voicing is basically the order in which you're playing the notes. So, for example, if I play this F minor 7 like this, F, A flat, C, E flat, well, there's no, those are the 4 primary notes of that chord. There's no room for any other note of F minor 7 in between these. So we call this a closed voicing. But let's say I move the E flat from there up to here. Well, that's still an F minor 7, but now it's an open voicing because, look, I've got the space to play a C, A flat, F, E flat. These other notes that are contained within the chord, I could fit more in there, but I'm not. So that's actually not a great inversion of it, but let's do this voicing. Let's play 1, 5, 7, 3. That's a pretty common one. Well, it's the same chord as this, but we've moved to the third and put it up. An even more common thing is taking the second note from the top and dropping it down an octave. So that would give us this. We call that a drop 2 voicing. So if we were to voice lead with that, we take the 5th out, we put it on the bottom. The next is this. Then if we're going to E flat dominant 7, we can keep that B flat in the left hand, and then. So you see how for the A flat, I'm basically playing a C minor triad in first inversion over an A flat major chord. So I have E flat, G, and C in the right hand, making it a minor chord, and then A flat in the left hand. So I'd encourage you to try and voice lead that smoothly while keeping the second note from the top in all 4 of those different inversions in the left hand. And then trying to take note of, well, what is my right hand playing? Because you'll find more often than not it's either playing a major or a minor triad. So then, instead of thinking of F minor, you could just think of, oh, it's an A flat major chord, or it's these three notes, or those three notes. You know, you can start to simplify things a bit and also make it more complicated. So I think, given that, that's a lot of information already. Let's review that, and then let's start going through the rest of all the things you are